Nithyanandam, everyone. Welcome back to the Kundalini Yogini. This is Prasiddha. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's video. So today I wanted to share with you guys why it's so important what time we wake up. Why it actually does matter what time we get up in the morning. Now, this is really, unknown information to us most of our lives, at least for me. And I never really understood what's the big deal about what time we wake up and why it really matters from a spiritual perspective to wake up at a certain time, wake up earlier in the day. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys from the Ayurvedic lens and the Vedic lens why it's so essential for us to wake up early in the morning. Now, in Ayurveda, there is a biological clock of our day. So just like we have the idea of a circadian rhythm in modern science, Ayurveda has mapped a rhythm of the doshas, the cycles that the doshas or the biological energies go through each day. And certain times of the day actually are present in certain energies. So certain of those energetic, those elemental components are prominent in certain windows of the day. For example, from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. is the period of Vata dosha. Vata is the high energy dosha of movement. It's very light and cold, mobile. And so this time of the day is from 2 to 6, right? And if we look at what comes after that, which is from 6 to 10 a.m., is the time period of Kapha. Kapha is the energy of stagnation, heaviness, lethargy, coldness, and, this thick, unctuous energy. So what happens is you can see that as we move from this 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. into 6 to 10 a.m., we have now entered into a time where it's very difficult to wake up, very difficult to get started, get moving, get anything initiated. And so when we miss that 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. window of waking hours, we already have entered into the Kapha phase. And so what that does is our body is in that energy. And so it becomes really difficult for us to wake up. Not only that, we don't wake up feeling rested. We wake up feeling more sleepy, and we actually carry that heaviness throughout the day. It becomes even harder for us to get going, to do a morning routine, to do what we need to do before we start our day. So from the Ayurvedic framework, waking up before 6 a.m. is a given, is a must for every single body type. It's really essential for us to start moving our body to be active and awake before 6 a.m. hits, because that we move into that Kapha time period. Now, another angle to this, which is really fascinating and something that I really resonate with, is a concept called Brahma Muhurta. Some of you might be familiar if you are Hindu or who you've been on the Eastern path for some time. But this is a very key component of the yogic lifestyle as well, is the concept of Brahma Muhurta. Brahma Muhurta is considered the time period generally around 4:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. It's 1.5 hours roughly before sunrise. So whatever time sunrise is for you, you have to reverse 90 minutes, and that's when Brahma Muhurta starts. This time period is described in the Sanatana Dharma scriptures, the Vedic scriptures, as the time period of the highest sattvic energy, the time period of the most subtle but strongest and most powerful conscious spiritual energy. So it's really important for our consciousness to be awake at this time, because it allows us to, one, connect into that energy and imbibe that energy, and it also brings more of the sattva quality to our body and mind. So it brings the balanced state, the higher emotional, higher conscious state into our being. That purity and that balance can enter into us during this time. And so it's written about in all of the Vedic scriptures how important it is to do spiritual practice at this time. And that's why a morning routine is also so important. Not just what time we wake up, but also what we do when we wake up is really important. That time of Brahma Muhurta is used to connect to the divine, to do meditation, to do your body cleansing, that rituals on your own self, the puja, the yoga practice, and your meditation practice is all really powerful, and it's like the spiritual energy is amplified during this time period. So whatever practice that you do, it's literally said in the scriptures, whatever practice that you do is amplified at this time. It gives you more spiritual energy and spiritual power. And so if I haven't convinced you enough by these explanations and this ancient knowledge, I urge you to give it a try for yourself. Join me this December in waking up at 4:30 a.m. every day. I am announcing to you guys so that I integrate and stay authentic and responsible with waking up at this time. You know, I woke up at 3 actually for the last 2 or 3 years. But since I've been home, my schedule's been really irregular and I haven't been as disciplined with myself. And to be honest, over the last months, I have been so out of my routine and I've been sleeping in much longer than I want to. So I am ready to crack down on myself and I'm ready to reintegrate and align to what I know is the highest possibility for me and for my spiritual routine and morning routine, which is waking up at 4:30 a.m. So I am going to be declaring that I am waking up at 4:30 a.m. for the next month, the next 30 days of all of December, and then of course that's going to only form the habit to continue onwards. But I hope that you join me, and if you want to join me, we can create a group for maintaining integrity together. Maybe I can do a WhatsApp chat with you guys and we can start to align and really make it happen for each other and help encourage and empower each other to be getting up at this time so that we can really feel our best mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So join me in this challenge, this Brahma Muhurta challenge, and I would love to have you guys doing it with me. But even if you don't, I'm going to be doing it and I'll be sharing how it is going with you all in the next video. So I hope that this gave you some valuable information about the Ayurvedic body clock and why it matters so much what time we really do wake up. So Nithyanandam everyone, have a blissful and blessed week and I will see you on the next video.